Hey YouTube, it's France. Coming back at you with another thought. This this is actually a conversation that I was actually having with my husband the other night about expectations and unrealistic expectations and expectations that we have for each other or family members, children, all that, and how sometimes, like without even thinking, you have expectations for people all the time, and sometimes what happens is that our expectations are unrealistic or our expectations are realistic but not communicated, and we end up faulting the other person for not meeting our expectations, but yet we did not communicate the expectations, right? So in this conversation with me and my husband, we was just talking about like how it really does mess up relationships if you don't say to the other person like, hey, I'm expecting you to do this, or I would like for you to do this, and giving the person the chance to actually meet the expectation because you've communicated it. One recently, like me and my husband are pretty cool. We don't really have issues or anything like that, but I just recently told him that I'd like him to give me flowers every now and then. Not that he's not romantic or not that he doesn't do sweet things, but I just feel like that it would be nice. I'd like to get flowers when it's not necessarily an expected day like a Mother's Day or Valentine's Day. Like, I don't want those holidays to be the only reason why you give me flowers. I'd like to get flowers just because I like flowers, right? Um, and since communicating with that to my husband, he's gotten me flowers, and it feels good to like open the door and get an order of flowers. And I'm like, oh shit, okay, thanks, babe. And he's recently been starting to get Jelena a bouquet of flowers because he got a little jealous about me getting flowers. But now, Jelena will have expectations for our spouse, right? To do nice things like that. But what will be important for us to teach her is to communicate that expectation. Hopefully, she just finds a good man that does that anyways. But if not, she can have that expectation of a man, but she could also learn ways to communicate that. So my point today is, if you want something from someone, right, they cannot read minds. Like we probably have the ability to read minds, but I haven't tapped into that piece of my brain just yet. I'm working on the mindfulness. I'm feeling good feelings and vibes and bad vibes. You know what I'm saying? Maybe eventually it'll turn into mind reading. But for right now, I can't read no minds. And I don't know nobody that can read minds. So don't expect anyone to read your mind. If you have an expectation, if you have a want, if you have a need, and you have people around you that can fulfill those wants or needs, communicate them. And if you do have expectations that may be high and may be hard for the person that you're communicating to meet those expectations, give them some help, right? Set high expectations, but also give the people around you the tools to meet those expectations, right? So, an example could be like if you want someone to be more romantic, and they are not a romantic person, spell it out to them. Oh, romantic means to me, you know, date night, flowers, or kissing me on the cheek when you get home. Little things like that would feel romantic to me. That's communicating. That's telling the person what your needs are, what your wants are, and also giving the person some cues so that they can know they can have something to start with. You know what I'm saying? So they don't have to make it up out of the air, especially if it's not something that they're comfortable doing already, right? So have expectations, that's fine. But don't expect people to know what your expectations are if you haven't communicated them. And give the people around you the tools to meet those expectations that you have for them. And if they can't, after you've given them the tools, then you make your decisions based on that. If it's a significant other, if the expectation is a deal breaker, then hey, it's a deal breaker. And you have to move on. But don't have expectations for people and then not communicate them and then be disappointed in the person. And they didn't even have the chance to make you happy. Does that make sense? I hope it does. But anyways, please subscribe if this is your first time. Please continue to come back. Please ask me questions. Please communicate with me. I'm having different ideas, but I want to know what you guys want to hear. Or maybe there might be a topic that you want me to just talk about, or something that's going on in your life that you want some advice on, and you'd like me to, put my little 2 cents on it. Either way, I'm here. I'm open.